Good morning, afternoon, mostly afternoon now. How's everyone today?
Good. How are you, Mo?
Super.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
I think we made the right decision, right? Weather-wise?
Oh, yeah.
A little more pleasant today? Yeah, that's good.
I know you've been a part of quite a few of these, but what does it mean when you're seeing that all those Hall of Famers and the red sport coats and the Clydesdales? What does this mean? What does this day mean to you?
Well, I think like anybody that's a part of the Cardinals, we're fortunate because we have a history and a great history. And, you know, for us to be able to embrace our Cardinal history and the players that have really made this franchise what it is, I think is something special. And, you know, you've heard me talk in the past about how you define the Cardinal way, and a lot of that is the appreciation for our history, understanding what today is all about, meaning the present, but also an eye on the future. And I think that's what makes this such a special organization to work for. Those are a lot of questions.
You got
So, adios.
good news on Marcelo Zuna, just a contusion kind of reaction to that.
Yeah, I think that's positive. I mean, obviously, we would have liked to have known sooner that he wasn't feeling quite right, but you know, hopefully our medical staff can catch this early enough, and it won't prevent him from losing time, and more importantly, can get him on track from a baseball standpoint.
So he didn't let you guys know till Wednesday? This was like a
Exactly,
by pitch in spring?
exactly. And never said he wasn't feeling. Back in when we were in Memphis, he mentioned that there was something going on, but didn't really have a clear path to exactly what that meant. So here we are.
Do you let your need dictate what Carlos Martinez prepares for what role?
I would say need would be a variable in that decision making. Yes, you know, clearly, I think part of that is also like what we think from a time standpoint. On if you're saying we'd like him to come back as a starter, you have to accept that it's going to be a much longer ride to get him to where he could participate. But so when you ask about need, I think that's certainly a function of the decision making.
How close are you to that time point where you have to make a call? A couple weeks?
Getting there, but not quite. And we're not at that sort of cliff yet.
His issue has been recovery. How does that play in the bullpen?
I think that's just something you have to manage as well. You know, I think like when you ask about recovery, is pitching 2 straight days and going 20 to 30 pitches in those days, is that more stressful than one outing of 100? I think that's the great. You know, no one knows the exact answer, right? And you know, he responded fairly well last year to the bullpen role versus the starter role.
Will he do his rehab? He's going to do all of his rehab here, or as much as possible here? How's that?
I think once he gets to the point where he is ready to throw like live BPs, I think we'll try to do that somewhere warm.
Does he still have surgery?
Who? Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Kind of timetable on that.
Well, obviously we put him on the 60, so I think that's a good starting point. We'll probably have a better idea, you know, once he's probably about 30 days out.
So Genesis Cabrera is not starting in the rotation in Memphis. Can you sort of speak to what the plan is for his usage and preparation down there?
Well, I think right now, given the depth we have in that rotation, we just want to make sure that, you know, everybody's getting that opportunity to get stretched out. In his case, you'll probably see his role be more multiple inning.
Are he and Helsley going to be backpack off each other a little bit?
A little bit of a piggyback?
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule that out.
Is the hope, though, to maybe get him right if he could be another lefty option for you?
Well, I would say in Cabrera's case, it was definitely not the camp we had hoped for. You know, when you look at how he threw in winter ball, so the excitement of when we acquired him last year to where he is now, it wasn't what we'd hoped. So when you say get him right, I think, you know, get him back to throwing strikes, getting him back to where he can tap into that velocity and utilize it. I think that's what we hope to see.
But for you, in terms of your roster, is right-handedness on the pitching side something you're kind of monitoring and seeing whether it's...
You mean over right-handed?
Yeah, the fact that Yelich, I think 16 of his 18 played with him against right.
No, I think well, right, but you know, still the lefty has to still like get them out, right? You know, and so I don't think that's like driving any of this. It's just, you know, I think Gomber had a good start last night. no walks. That was positive to see. So, those kind of things are good. They're encouraging.
Did you get an update on Gregerson?
He threw last night. I think a little hard to sort of give you a report card on that. Good that he was in a game, but I think now it's just getting himself back, building himself up to where we feel confident that he can take that next step.
He's recovering okay, it seems like now.
I know.